Hello again. This is the day 7 of my 100 days of UX. Today I read this chapter which is called AI design patterns, and within that, they have shown the best practices for co-pilot designs, and it's mostly about layout, like how we can choose the layouts for different AI co-pilots. So let's start. So one video you can see this was really insightful. Was this Microsoft Security Copilots? How Microsoft Security Copilot works? So you can go through that video. It's not that long, but yeah, it will worth your time. Then one really good learning I got is like the more important the task, the more real estate is required, because users need to focus, and for you know to basically carry out all the important tasks, like more important tasks, you need dedicated space. So yeah, whenever you have the requirement of adding multiple tasks or very important tasks, you can please consider having more real estate. Just don't cramp up everything in a short smaller place, smaller space. Okay. Then uh, here you can see this is the side panel, like how they have implemented the Microsoft Security Copilot. Um, while they implemented it, they even got some learnings from this. So the first thing is like moving the rest of the page over to the left. So if you see, this Copilot is on the right, but it's not overlapping with the remaining page. Okay, so this so the remaining rest of the page is actually on the left side of this Copilot. So Copilot is actually kind of contracting this screen's width. So yeah, I mean that's how you won't be able to there won't be any obscure information hidden behind behind the Copilot. Then the second point is like stay within the context of that page. Don't handle global requests. So this Copilot has this requirement that it is actually contextual to what you are seeing on the page. Okay, so it's not like a general chat GPT AI where you can ask anything after opening that. It will always like focusing on the relevance of what you are seeing in that particular page. So yeah, that's one thing we can understand when we are using a smaller side panel window for AI. Yeah, then this was slightly bigger. If you can see, now the real estate is much bigger for the side panel, and it's almost like hiding the parent screen at that when you open it. So this is the screenshot from Amazon QuickSight, and they have implemented large overlay. So now we'll see like what are the benefits and demerits of this. So the first thing is the large overlay implementation is always the least desirable option. Like no AI wants, no company might be happy implementing this. It has some problems. Like one of the problem is user are forced to close the panel when they want to okay, because this is like the UX principle of recall and recognition. So you want to recall the information based on what you can see on the screen, and to see the information on the screen you have to close this, or you have to minimize the this AI, this side panel. You know because you are doing that often, that reload time is much more crucial, and that's a lengthy content reloads, and that's an expensive part for your system, and even to reload everything in the back end as well. So yeah, this is the demerit of it. like experience wise, users want to see the information in the background, and to achieve that, large overlay is not desirable. Then there is also a full screen version they have implemented, and here you can see like they have like dedicated space for. So on the top you can see it's continue your last session, so it's showing you like what you were doing previously, and there is also an explore with copilot section at the bottom, and there is a search bar as well. And so in search you can ask anything, so that's a general way of interaction. And also there are like prompt books. I'm not sure about prompt books, but yeah, I'll look at it, and maybe if there is anything interesting we can have a dedicated video on that. But yeah, yeah, this is how they can use a specialized copilot screen. Now let's understand what is it. Like it is the most flexible yet heavyweight copilot uh, design UI pattern, same as Sumo Copilot. So Sumo Copilot we earlier seen, right? So it's an heavyweight copilot, and also it's a flexible as well. For users it's flexible, but it's backend wise and everything is like heavyweight, and it takes a lot of effort from the developers to build this. The second point is like a full page copilot is AI first alternative experience platform for interacting with your system. So it could be like a way of interaction without having buttons and everything, like the normal UI for your product. So you can ask anything and it will give you information from that product. So but yeah, it's an AI first experience. That's what we need to take away from this, that what is AI first alternative experience. So you can check out like what are the other competitors there, like what are the other players who are doing this AI first experience. Then yeah, it's expensive and time consuming to build and maintain, because it's almost like a second product itself. So if you building a product altogether, then it will require some efforts from the developers to build and maintain. And the fourth thing is like it needs dedicated product navigation. So now if you understand the like any product, if you want to open a dedicated page, then you need to include the navigation to reach here, right? It's not a pop-up or anything which you click on something and just it will pop up. Now if you have opened this copilot, then you want to go back to your product, so you need navigation with this copilot. So that's it's almost like a separate feature for your product. So if you are building this, so that is what we can learn. Like these are the merits and demerits we can understand for this. So what we have learned today. So first thing, it's a it's a normal sidebar side panel kind of a design. Then the second one was the slightly larger one. It's a large overlay kind of a design. It has some problems like reloading the screens, and users are not able to see the parent page. And over here it's almost like a new feature itself in your product, where you need a different page and navigation to reach here and navigation to go back to the product, and also like to do integration. So if you want to see all the information over here, you need to do a lot of engineering and lot of data pulling from everywhere. So it's an expensive project if you want to build an fully fledged AI only platform. So that's what we have learned today. Thanks for joining in. We will continue in the next video. Also there is a one more part which I'll be covered from this chapter. I have just covered half the chapter. the seventh chapter, we will also be covering the rest of this in the next video. So yeah, please stay tuned, and like if you like this idea of having like 100 days of dedicated UX work. So we are reading books right now. Maybe in future, when we have more time and more confidence, maybe like we will also review some other stuff. So yeah, please go ahead and like and subscribe if you like this content, and this will actually give me some motivation to improve over here. So yeah, thank you, thanks a lot. Signing off.